Hello there. Hello, everybody. How we doing? Today is the day, as you all know, that we begin Turnabout Goodbyes in Phoenix Wright. Of course, before we do that, we're going to do Tomar Tuesday. And before we do that, we're just going to warm up. So, hey there, everyone. Hey, Emma Memer, who thought it'd be a good idea for everyone to turn their desks backwards before I walk in. Mm. Uh, that is a classic prank, isn't it? Hey there, Azuma. I replaced his iconic teacher's apple with a less fresh apple. Teehee. I, I guess that we're role playing a classroom today. Uh, Dylan left an apple on my desk, but there's a worm in it. Oh, anyway, even Dylan, even Dylan got in on the pranks. Hmm. Got Snack and Acky Wacky in here. Got Soda Shrimp. Got John England 69. Uncle Christian is in here. Skelly Ski is in here. Jortega 367. Welcome. Pink Chilango. Uh, Mahuka Joe. Uh, Schmazor Schmazorpazor Glualius. That's. I'm not gonna keep trying to pronounce that. Sire is here. Oral Rats is here. Hello. First time chatter Garlic Noodle is here. Hello, Garlic Noodle. Jurassic Jesus, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months in a row. Mm. By the way, that's not Noodle on the mug. That's classic Miyazaki character Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service. But they're basically the same damn thing, right? We actually got this at the, well, I gotta finish my tea before I can show you the bottom of this mug. Mm. This is, in fact, from the little Miyazaki store in the airport in Tokyo. It's official merch. I guess you can't read the little subtitles there, but it says "Made in Japan, 1989, Eiko Kadono, Studio Ghibli N." Uh, but yeah, that's a fun little fact about my mug I was drinking out of. First time chatter, Big World Connor. Thank you. Tomar the tomato is live. Tomar is live. Yes. Mars Stars, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months, earning your second Tomar Emerald. Sire, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Tomar, thanks for uploading more VODs, says Sire, even though you did it on Monday when you said you'd do it on the weekend. Monday's like the end of the weekend. On a long weekend, Monday counts as part of the weekend. I don't see why that's such a distinction. But you're welcome. Chet Smith, thank you for the 500 bits. Finally watched JoJo. Immediately recognized you as the barber in the Anubis episode. I'm glad you picked up on him. I'm glad you did. Chamers or Heimers, however you want that pronounced, has subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much. We got some more first time chatters. Brubra Smug says hi Tomar. Mr. Mune says hey Papa Tomar, how you doing? Isotronic J says hello. First time chatter Altered Steel says this is my first Tomar stream. I believe you. First time chatter J07T says hello to you. First time chatter Jessica Bestica says Tomar. Uh, Hello, Jessica. Um, and then Epic Owen says Tomar is a master attorney. And hey there, Epic Owen, by the way. Sire, thank you for the extra 100 bits, even if it was just to go, sigh, sigh. Uh, Thank you. It's Takubo for subscribing. You're very welcome here. Uh, Tomar is a. Oh, sorry, I already read that one. Snot, our own mod Snot says, "Well, hello there, Tomar. Well, I found that that thought who dunks her butt into the hot tub. Why don't you do that Thursday, Tomar? Love the power line hat. Oh yeah, is it backwards? I can't remember. I don't have. Oh no, it's not backwards. I don't flip my thing, which is why I always get confused about which direction to point. Uh, well, I'm not gonna do that Thursday. I'm not gonna dunk my butt into a kiddie pool. Uh, first time chatter. It's Takubo says Tomy. Uh, we got another first time chatter. Chalmers. Just it's I guess that's Kermit chewing on something in that little emote. Tomar, you should play the new Borderlands with the Oni Play gang. Wait, there's a new Borderlands? I've had a complete like shield over my face, and I probably will until I finish Elden Ring about any new releases. Uh, Diavolu is another first time chatter. Simply says Tomar. Dex underscore 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 zero. Thank you for subscribing. Uh, we've got it's Takubu says look Tomar, it's you. It certainly is. Uh, Dylan Dylan says this is my first Tomar stream. Hi Tomar. That's a patent lie. Dylan's taken to lying now too, pranking and lying. That's Dylan's mo. Uh, first time chatter. No life Geo says I loved you in FIFA, Tomar. You love me in FIFA, like the league, or you mean the Oni Plays playthrough of FIFA? Lonely Poop Nugget says highlight my message, and so it happened, and so it was done. Huvanoia Sound says hi Tomar. Doggo Puke says Dylan, welcome to the stream. I'm the best mod here. Okay. Night Jam says first time chatter. Hey Tomar, I hope you're doing well. You're not a first time chatter according to the thing, but I'll believe. I'll take your word for it. Reuniclus says backwards. Oh, that's how far back we are when I was talking about the webcam feed being reversed. Eldritch Lord says hot tub stream. First time chatter TechMeg 25 says hello. Tanked and Spanked says Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Oh, did Tiny Tina's Wonderland actually just come out? I wasn't super excited for that, TBH, but I also don't know a lot about it. Hello, Tomar. It's my first stream of yours I'm seeing. This is, sorry, Not Some Diamond. First time chatter, Not Some Diamond. Hello, Tomar. It's my first stream of yours I'm seeing, and I'm glad it's gonna be Phoenix Wright. I'm worried my cell phone's over here. This is probably the source of the weird stuff that comes through. It's always cellular signals. Because I was hearing a popping in my ear, and then I'm like, oh, that's actually coming from the headphones. Oh, Chewbach96, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Look at that doctor money. He's not even done with med school yet. Thank you so much. Tomar, I have to write a best man speech. Any advice? I've never done a best man speech. So no, just speak from the heart, you know? Be natural. Don't try to make don't make your objective to like make people laugh or anything. Write it for, I'd say write something personal for the groom or whatever. And like, not so personal that you don't want everyone else to hear it, but I think just like be direct and I think people will find it charming. If you speak the way that you would normally speak to your friend, but have some class, obviously. Magic. Let's see. Oh, Snot says you got to do the magic cast, Tomar. Magic cast your ridiculous badoink into a kiddie pool. What is magic? What are you talking about? Magic cast, Snot. I have no idea what you're talking about. Cranberry 5 first time chatter says yo Tomar, just learned you streamed, so happy to be here, glad to hear it. I really I think I just need to shill the stream more or something. Petition, but I'm glad people all eventually find it, or well, I don't know about all. I know some people eventually find it. Tomar ascended from Tomar of the Brown Brick. What is that I'm just seeing appear for the poll? What were the other options? Anyway, Spaghetti for Hire, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Oh, and Cyberchore, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months now, earning your second Tomar Emerald. Tomar, I've shaved my head and kept a beard. I have the look, but not the drip of Big T. I can't comment one way or another. Gosh, my beard feels out of whack today. It's like drifting to the side. You guys are seeing that, right? I, and then it's harder for me to correct it here. I wish I had like a comb. Just want to comb my beard down right now. Now I'm thinking about my beard too much. Let's move on. Petition for Tomar to rename his username to Tommy Plays. That's a little derivative, don't you think, Colton614? Oh, great and powerful Tomar the Wise, grant thee a splendiferous bounty of Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Thank you, Grubber. First time chat, Chaotic Void says, look, Tomar, it's you. Another very original thought. Tomar dances in the moonlight. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Tomar, hope you're doing well. I am. It's a good day. It's a good day to be a streaming. Sire says, Tomar, any chance you'll be a voice in Smiling Friends? Wait, are we in like a time loop? I'm already a you know this. You know I'm already a voice in Smiling Friends. No, you're the emotes are all right. First time chat for you know what you did. First time chat from Samurai Jacked. I like that name. Tomar sending lots of love from Canada. Thank you. Another first time chatter, Shetty Lee says, guess who is a first time chatter though? This guy. Thanks, Shetty Lee. Tomar. And Tactical Waifu. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. Isotope 310 is another first time chatter. Says, look, it's you, Tomar. Uncle Christian says, Tomar will be a daddy in September. Yeah, that's true. The Rope, Tomar, I love listening to your thundering voice while I draw, says The Rope. Well, I don't know if I'd call it thundering, but I still take that as a compliment. I'm glad you like listening while you draw. Noble Nuggy, hello, Tomito. I know you hate Canada and Canadians, but I still respect you. I don't hate Canada and Canadians. I told you, Canada are our brothers. And I think it's just inconvenient that there's a whole government and border in between us, and that, we should just merge. We should just merge into North, 2/3 of North America. That's, how we get there is it really anyone's guess. But I have nothing against most of the Canadian people. Artanis6, thank you for resubscribing for 5 months. Heart Tomar Emeralds. Artanis loves Tomar Emeralds. Good to know. There's all kinds of Tomar Emerald themed things to do here. There's the Tomar Emerald emote. There's the Tomar Emerald subscriber badges. No, that's actually it. I can't think of anything else. But you get both of those, and you subscribe one more month, you get a third Tomar Emerald. That is a fact in your badge, in your subscriber badge. Let's see. Say it from the heart. It's not still talking about the Magic Cast. Marshall Maximus 47 says, say it from the heart. Say it from the heart. Wait, Tomar, show me your hat, says Doggo Puke. Here, I'll show it one more time. Here. I'll take the microphone up here with me. So, it's just a Powerline hat. What does it say underneath it? Oh, it says Standout Tour 94. As in stand out above the crowd. We got another first time chatter. Fist Cuts. Funky Kong is the funkiest Kong. Thank you for clarifying. Noble Nuggy. Tomar is afraid of me, but I respect him anyways. I don't know about that. I don't know if fear is the word, but okay. Colton614. Tomar, is it true you have a club foot? No, Colton. Grand Kahuna, hey Tomar, I don't really watch streams, but the last couple weeks I always come watch you. Well, thank you, Grand Kahuna. I appreciate that. I usually don't watch streams either, so I get it, and I appreciate it that much more. Beard chakra out of alignment. Yeah, no, I can tell how far I am behind chat now. You guys are wonderful. I'm glad there's so many of you that it is literally impossible for me to keep up with chat. That's a good kind of problem to have. This is legit not a complaint. Tomar, you look like a fresh Dorito today. I'll take it. I'll take the compliment, Mr. Opalepo. Uh, no relation to Aleppo. Man to man, says Marshall Maximus 47. When did the white in your beard start to show up? I don't know. Sometime in my earlier 30s. I can't remember what age I was, to be honest. But it was definitely within the last 5 years. I just turned 36 this month. Uh, Born in 1986, good old Tomar. Damn it, Tomar, I meant the perfect cast. I'm referring to Goofy movie. Oh, the perfect cast. Yeah, the magic cast means nothing. That's your blunder, snot. Sunny is holding sushi right now. Sushi is sleeping. Wait, you're holding the cat sushi? Okay. Is well, I guess there's is that like the cat sushi that was like that lived in like the sleepy cabin house, or is that some other cat sushi? I know I've heard of multiple cats named Sushi, and I'm just assuming you're talking about a cat. Okay, yeah, Sunny did clarify sushi is my cat, not food. Or do you just also have a cat named Sushi? It seems like a popular cat name. Tomar, I just played that brand new Detective Grimoire Secret of the Swamp game and heard your voice. You know that's not brand new. You you know that's like a decade old, Dylan. But I'm glad you heard my voice, and I know you didn't play it because you admitted earlier today you just watched someone else play it. So don't lie. Stop lying, Dylan. but but yeah, I'm glad that the legacy of Detective Grimoire lives on. It came up earlier today as it happens. Hollow Live, the VTuber channel, one of them's folks were playing the newer Detective Grimoire game Tangle Tower, which I also do a few voices in, uh, or at least do a voice. I do a voice in. Tomar wants war again, says Noble Nuggy. Not true, not true. Which he weighs. It would not a single shot should be fired in this merging of our countries. Witchy Ways says, "Is this live?" Yeah, yes, Witchy Ways. First time chatter. This is live. That's how I can like, or I just did a really good job predicting you'd ask that. Azuma says, Tomar, can you comment on the rumor about how you take a preposterous amount of time playing Candy Crush on the toilet? Yeah, I can comment that that's not true. I don't play Candy Crush. If I'm gonna play a toilet game, it's probably just gonna be something boring like Free Cell. Dylan and Weeping think I have a. This is Snot again, by the way, who we're giving way too much of a platform tonight. Dylan and Weeping think I have a stash of drugs. The only drug I want is some love and Quaaludes, baby. This is the big man from the Brooklyn. I tell you. Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole Quaaludes thing. Tomar, you didn't think I forget you were a guest on TNGG 8 years ago, did you? Why should you have? That's a cool memory, sire. I forgot I was a guest on TNGG 8 years ago. Uh, but good memory. Gib Pickles or Jib Pickles. Thank you for the 100 bits. I would love to buy an artwork for a tattoo from Zach. The problem is I don't know how to contact him about this offer. Could you help me? Thank you. I'll be really straightforward with you, Gib Pickles. That doesn't sound like something that Zach would probably do anyway, or he'd have some listing that's like commission me. Uh, it's good luck is all I can say. I can't give you some special inside track hookup there. Uh, Sonic the Skeleton 96 has rated us with a party of 8, an adorable tea party of 8. Uh, Labyrinth TM. No way, it's you, Tomar. Look, it's really you. It truly is. Barrymouth says, "Heyo, Tomar." First time chatter, Barrymouth. Puglord12 says, "I now understand that Bon Clay is a true homie." Oh, you must have just gotten through the Impel Down arc of One Piece, Puglord. Oh, I know that's what that means, because why else would you say that? Mantis Toboggan has resubscribed for 3 months, earning the Mantis Toboggan has just earned a second Tomar Emerald, everybody. I'm going to start scrolling a little faster. I will never ever catch up with chat. Tomar Lords. Tomar started from a truck driver, blow up the truck with dynamite, and then becomes a lawyer. Sure, that's how we got here. Uh, Egg Tamagotchi, first time viewer, says, I'm an egg. Colton614, Tomar jokes aside, my dad passed away recently, and your streams and Oni plays have really helped a lot. Keep up on the good work and making people laugh. Thank you, Colton, and I'm very sorry to hear about your dad, but I'm glad you seem to be doing okay mentally. At least I sure hope so. Emotionally, mentally, all that. Let's see. We've got Dylan. Dylan says happy birthday, Tomar, just to annoy me, presumably. Excellent says Domino's or Papa John. Domino's, sorry. Domino's is better than Papa John. I know that goes against what appears to be conventional thinking, but like since, I feel like people that still hate on Domino's literally haven't had it in like 15 years cuz I think it's out of all the chain pizzas, I think it's the best. I don't love chain pizzas personally. I think there's a million things better than Domino's, but out of like Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, and what's out there like CC's and like red. I don't even know what the hell else is out there, but yeah, get a go to a nice local pizza joint. Unless you're feeling really lazy and it's like 11 p.m. and no one else is open, then get Domino's. Uh, Sire says, happy birthday, Daddy Tomar. Stop. Uh, First time chatter, Relic Toast. I should stop empowering you guys and reading these posts. Relic Toast, first time chatter, says, hello, Tomas. I hope your day is well. Oh, it truly is, Relic. The Rope says, Tomar, can you say my cat's name? Prince Eggnog Chilito McLovin III Jr. I just did. Eddie Valentine 2. What are you playing tonight? Phoenix Wright. We're playing the final chapter of Phoenix Wright. Tomar, thoughts on the Will Smith Chris Rock thing? I feel like it's such a I definitely have thoughts on it, but it's so divisive. I don't even want to like put myself out there with it. Like it feels political to have an opinion on the stupid Will Smith Chris Rock debacle. Even though I mean, no, I don't think violence in a situation like that is cool. That's all I'll say on the matter. Um, I don't think it's violence is a justified response to words. Um, Raiders wish Tomar a happy birthday. Oh, don't do that, Raiders. Tomar, it's not my birthday. My birthday was weeks ago. Tomar, did you have a fantastic beard when you were a little tomlet? I mean, I started growing my first goatee when I was about 13. I started shaving at 12, but I started keeping facial hair the year after. So middle school, I had a goatee, and then I kept with the goatee for many, many years. I don't think I actually let it grow out into the full beard till I was somewhere in my 20s, like mid to late 20s. Tomar, where do I go to buy your custom made Tomar branded hats? Says Emma Memer. I don't think I have any custom made hats. I would suggest maybe. I know it's a lame place to go shopping for clothes, but Spencer's Gifts is one of the better places to look for like nice snapback hats. Um, so like yeah, in any random local shopping mall, maybe you can find one of those. It's Takubo says Tomar. I just saw the new episode of Smiling Friends. Good job during the gay scene with Pim. Thanks for that, Takubo. There is no new episode of Smiling Friends for all of you out there that are curious. Sorry about your pops, dude, says Marshall. I assume that's directed at who was it that commented about his father? That was not Sire. That was not Sire. That was not The Rope. Well, I lost my history. Either way, yes, that's a sweet thing to say. Kanye vest on my Kanye chest is a first time chatter. Says Domino's so good for the price too. Oh, I agree. It's a very good deal. LMAO, Tomar doesn't like chains on pizza. I am constantly so far behind Chad. It's saddening. I wish I could like matrix all this crap and just like somehow without my voice seeming extremely fast handle everything here in real time in a magical fantasy world. Uh Sire, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, yeah, thanks for the VIP last stream, Tomar. Also, happy birthday. Yeah. All right, Tomar, how's your lovely wife? She's doing good. She's getting more pregnant every day. Are you saying you wouldn't punch Chris Rock if he said Jaxie was balding mid Oscars? I'd do something about it, but no, I wouldn't walk up and punch him, Artanis. No, I wouldn't. Uh, and if that was really all that happened, I no, I'm not going into this. I'm not going into this. Happy birthday, Tomar. How is your beautiful and iconic belly bump progressing? Uh, it is progressing. My wife's beautiful belly bump. Zelen, first time chatter, says, "Hey, that's Tomar. I'm just gonna go blast. Oh, you know what? I'm almost caught up with chat. The next season of Smiling Friends will be out when it's out, and we like that. It'll be out when it's out," says Dylan, quoting Zach's Donald Trump impression. Tomar, how are you going to prank the stream on Thursday? I mean, Thursday is for me. It's March 31st the whole time, so I don't have to prank anybody if I don't want to. I guess I could prank all of the East Coast right when we hit like, uh, I guess it would be. Oh, it would already yeah when we hit 9 o'clock my time, it will be April Fools on the East Coast, and assuredly the rest of the world, besides like Hawaii and like Alaska. Uh, the next season of Smiling Friends will be out when it's out, and we like that. All right, let's be honest. Tomar would punch anyone that even looked in his direction. Uh, that's not true, Money Rat, and you know it. I can punch so that I never have to. Violence is only an appropriate response to someone else's violence first. Tomar is going, and even then, it isn't always the right response. It depends on that's contextual. Tomar is going to prank people by using his JIDF and Mossad. I guess you just meant JDF and Mossad connections to steal people's money from the banks. Sure, Atomic Orc. Okay. Tomar is going to stop his stream just for the East Coast at 9 p.m. Pacific. That's not a bad idea, Azuma. Dude, you've been pranking the East Coast day one with your 11 p.m. streams. So true, so true. Tomar will leave the room to go get something, and Chris in a bald cap with a fake beard will come in and take over the stream as a prank. That would be kind of funny. But no. Tomar, his stream. This stream is the first stream I'm watching on my new tablet, so now I can. This is Blizzerker, so now I can see your beautiful bearded face in HD rather than crappy low quality pixels. I'm glad your pixels have had a nice pix me up. Harold Krell says Tomar does not support violence except when someone brake checks him on the freeway. See, you could argue that brake checking is an act of violence. Because it has the obvious potential to like physically hurt or kill somebody. But anyway, I've never punched a guy who brake checked me on the freeway. That's just me adding flavor. Dylan3713, thank you for the gift sub to Blizzerker. Dingle Dank, thank you for the 100 bits. Just held a boom mic for 4 hours, and boy, are my arms tired. Sorry, and my arms are dead. Thanks for providing some good noise while I take an ice bath. Hey, this sounds like Dingle Dank is a real crewman. Is a what is the professional term for what you do? Is that you're a boom operator, obviously, but is that a grip? Is that a key grip? I've never understood the all the titles. Artanis6 says grip. Drawing Blood also says grip. No Life Geo says boom man. Atomic Orc says they are called boomers. Harold Krell says you're a best boy. But what did assuming you were working on on a professional film and you know what your title, your credit would be. And then Sire's asking, "What's a gaffer?" Gaffer, as if I would know. Uh, but yeah, I've yet to hear a response yet from Dingledank, but we'll keep an eye on the chat. I'm not good at following. Oh, final year of college, assigned to be the boom mic operator for a student documentary. So, as a film student, Dingledank, what is the name of that position? Is that something you learn in class? And 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 if not, why not? Shouldn't a film student know what all the damn positions on a crew are? I mean, maybe you aren't going to college trying to become a boom operator. That's fair too. Uh, Dooeg fan, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Uh, and Tyler says it's just a boom operator, ain't it? I mean, that's what I would call it, because it's I'm not gonna offend anybody because it's like a self evident name, but I was genuinely curious. Tomar, thank you for providing a way for me to calm down since my new Kindle Paperwhite didn't come today like it was supposed to. So yeah, I know it's one of those definitely first world problems. It's Takubo, but I understand the frustration of not getting a shipment on time when it's at least when it's something you're excited about. Dingle Dank says my teacher is pretty hands off. I'm just in a field productions class, and we are assigned to documentary teams and have to do all their audio on field recording and also post production. Gotcha. I mean, uh, I've certainly I've operated a boom in several small films. I know what it's like. It's really worth investing in a lightweight aluminum boom pole and a nice lightweight shotgun mic. Yeah, that'll save you a lot of hassle. Tomar, thanks for providing a way to calm me down because my Kindle Paperwhite did arrive today, says Azuma. Is your Kindle Paperwhite just not what you thought it'd be, Azuma? I don't know what to think of that. Uh, Tomar has experiences with explosions and shotguns. What? No, shotgun mic. Did you guys know that Tomar's DDR skills are unmatched? Says Lenny the person. No, they're very matched. They're perhaps unmatched in their mediocrity. Everyone knows Tomar would be the guy who holds up the actors when the superheroes are flying in the movie. Yeah, that's an important position. A guy in a big green. I've been meaning to do that. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to say anything else because that just gave me a good idea for April Fool's Day. Anyway, Tomar, an e-girl, would have played the game by now. LOL. Well, I ain't no e-girl, Atomic Orc. I'll play the game when I feel like playing the game. All right. It is a good time, however, to do Tomar Tuesday. And how are we going to do Tomar Tuesday? Did I pre-download all the images and prep them? Hell no. We're going to do it straight from the browser again. And then we get all the nice flavor text and all that. We'll start with this thing. This very low effort Tomar that I'm looking at here. And let me just mess with my window capture. I saw some girl in a bikini and thong on the Twitch homepage. Why aren't you in a bikini, Tomar? Good question, Artanis. Very good question. I'll let you guess it why. I'll keep it a mystery. I think that's more exciting. Eldritch Lord, thank you for the 311 bits. Donut stream soon. I should maybe, but I need to practice making donuts myself before I go making them on stream. I've never made donuts. Twitter is a wonder site with lovely people who have never done anything bad ever. So yeah, this is the first one. This is by Geronimo Cheese Man, or simply Geronimo Cheese, and it's just that. I don't think it deserves any more screen time. But this one is by Drawing Blood. Reimagine what Tomar would look like if he were a Friday Night Funkin' character. That's a very nice little piece there. Maybe I like that you're putting that energy out there. Maybe there's some tiny chance that I'll get to do a voice in Friday Night Funkin' when the full game comes out or something. I mean, I already bugged Dave about it, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But yes, thank you, Drawing Blood, for always being there for us. Why is his finger a Naruto? It just is, okay? Uh, this one is F Kim. Tomar ignoring chat for not wearing his iconic flannel, only on Tomar. It says, next task, deliver this dynamite to this address. This is going to be an easy task. Sorry, you misspelled that, F Kim. 3 minutes later, yeah, I should have worn my iconic flannel. All right. But yeah, we did do it. We did do a Tomar trucking.
No talent, mediocre piece of shit.
The money rat. Why? What did I do to deserve that? Was that because of the tax? Was that targeted at me? Was that targeted at F Kim? If only I wore a flannel. You know, I have a flannel hat. I was almost gonna wear it today, but like I feel weird. What do you guys think? I do like Bob Ross. I grew up really loving Bob Ross, and I bought this nice flannel Bob Ross hat that it says like Happy Little Trees or something stupid on it. But I just like the hat because it's got Bob Ross's face and it's like a red and black flannel design. But then I heard there's like this documentary that talks about like how all the official like Bob Ross merchandise made now is like it's like owned by these like evil people and none of the money goes to his family and like I don't know the whole story because I haven't watched the documentary, but now I like feel bad wearing like official Bob Ross merchandise, even though I want to support Bob Ross, knowing that it's not supporting his family is like, it's weird. I don't know. I when I bought it, I didn't know any of that though, and I really do like it. You know what? I'm gonna go get the hat. And now I want to show you guys the hat. But check this one out, by the way, by James Hershauer or Bubgum Mandrill. If you had a cereal or your own, what type would it be? Look at that Tomar Puff cereal. It's like Reese's Puffs, but, you know, presumably better because of the jaw harp inside. I'm going to be right back. Yes, it's Tomar time again. Did anybody catch that? Oh yeah, check this out though. It's this nice, yeah. If you look at the sides, it's got that nice like flannel design. Just gonna bend it down like a little bit. I don't like the brim to be too flat these days. But yeah, oh, someone even has like Pixel Bob emotes in there. I like that. Flannel Mar. Tomar looks like he's about to chop some trees down. It is kind of a lumberjack pattern, isn't it? I'll give you that. Ozma says over a dozen moms are suing for having their kids' teeth broken on Jew harps. Can you make a comment to CNN about the situation? Well, look, it's clearly this is what a Jew harp looks like, right? Or jaw harp, if you will. It's clearly like it was in a separately marked like plastic bag. There's no reason you should think it was part of the cereal. I really do think that these mothers are, you know, far be it for me to call them bad mothers, but maybe they actually deliberately sabotage their child's cereal so that they could sue me. That's the only assumption I can come up with because it just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up why a kid would bite directly into a, you know. Look, there's plenty of good mothers out there, but the ones trying to sue me, probably not such good mothers. That's all I'm saying. All right, next question. That's how I would handle it. I would just tank through it like that, I imagine. Scarlet Seeker 44. Thank you for the 776 bits. Ooh, so close. Here's the money for that Marvin the Martian thing you got me. I can't get this stain out. I know you said it was used, but this is a little much. What are you talking about, Scarlet Seeker? What Marvin the Martian thing? I really don't know what you're talking about. Is that a reference to something I don't know? I didn't say hate moms, Dylan. I just hate those 10 moms trying to sue me. The box warns jaw harp inside. Exactly. It's clear labeling. Thank you, Jay Hirsch. Jay Hirsch is going to be my lawyer. Tomar blaming moms for their children's broken teeth once again. Who the hell else would you blame? Incompetent parents all over the place. They're always trying to blame other people for their parenting. Whoa. It's the moms. It's the moms. Tomar attacks single moms on minimum wage. Not true. Not true. None of these are litigious lawsuit happy moms trying to get a quick buck out of old Tomar here, and he just wants to defend himself, and that's okay. All right, Tomar, kids have to check their jaw harps for razor blades after the stunt you pulled last Halloween. That doesn't make any sense. All right. I just want to thank Marshall Maximus 47 for the 45 bits. Your community cares about you. Haha, what a loser. Sire says 100 bit. Thank you for the 100 bits, and says pretty cool. Tomar would get his Bob Ross flannel hat, but not his flannel trucking shirt for TruckStream. I went and I looked for it and I couldn't find it. I actually still don't know where it is to this day. Boehner Tracks, thank you for the 75 bits. Tomar seems like the guy to wear DC snapbacks back in the day. I definitely owned DC shoes, but I didn't really wear snapbacks when I was younger because I had hair. The snapback thing really was just a response to going bald. I'm not gonna mince words about that. Egg Succulent, thank you for the 600 bits. Tomar, I'm bringing you to court not for the Jew harp stuff, but for the other thing. What other thing? Excellent. What's this Marvin the Martian thing? And what's all this other stuff? What other thing? Spagooter Dude says, hell yeah, I just realized you streamed. Thank you, first time chatter, Spagooter Dude. We've only just begun. The flannel was sabotaged and the brake lines cut. All right, let's go to the next one. This is a very nice breakfast cereal drawing. There's some CBS sports crap, like I care. Another FKIM commission. The Washua Womar, which is a fake a false advertisement, I'm afraid to say. I just feel like I have to say that so I don't get accused of false advertising myself. But this is a hypothetical advertisement for a Washua Womar plushie. Even though a Tomar plushie, even a normal Tomar plushie, has yet to exist. You guys know that Helix is the person to harass about that, right? Just putting it out there. Washua Womar. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that. But he's the person that makes those decisions, is all I'm trying to say. I made a Tomart post a few minutes ago. Oh, says it's talk about. Well, we should pick it up, shouldn't we? Yeah. So F Kim says new Washua Womar featuring Zach from Oni Plays via Undertale. TM actually Tomar only on Tomar. But that's I appreciate this Washua Womar drawing. It is definitely reminiscent of our recent Undertale playthrough. Here's another one. This one's by our very own Nahuel Matico here in chat. Are you here, Nahuel Matico? Everyone yell at Helix for Tomar plushie. You should, though. You should. Tomar plush would be cool. And I really just want one because my wife wants one. I mean, she made one, so we've got like the bootleg one, but it'd be even cooler to get a real one. Keep your eyes on the road, Tomar, or something bad may happen. Oh, that's a threat from Nahuel Matico. Wanted to time this on a Trucker Tomar Tuesday, but whatever. Here it is. Sorry it looks janky. I kind of rushed it. No, I love it, and I like that you went to the effort of doing some animation. You did the dynamic lighting. I very much appreciate it. Oh crap! There's even more than that. Did this have sound? Oh, this had sound. Let's replay it. I missed a lot of the details you guys probably already saw because I was looking at chat. What has happened with Jaxie's cute AF Tomar plushie? Good question, Artanis. It's definitely around the house somewhere. See, he looks. I look over at the bits and then run somebody over. I get it. I get it now, Homatico. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for animating that. Oh, and another F Kim commission for Tiny Tina. And we have a doggo puke that just came in 12 minutes ago. Currently waiting for Tomar to start playing Phoenix Wright. So here's a little guy. That's very cute. Yes, I screenshotted the hat from the stream. I'm lazy. That's perfect. A real-time Tomart from Doggo Puke. Didn't someone else say they submitted a Tomart recently? I don't see anything else. Make a Tomar plush eating pizza or any Tomart idea you. Well, no, it doesn't have to be eating a pizza. Tomar, do you have anything to say for yourself after smacking Chris Rock for making fun of Jaxie's balding problem? Diddly dipstick, we already went over this. Also, you know, all right, let's get into some Phoenix Wright. What do you guys say? What do you guys say? This is the last one I've got in the timeline, unfortunately. I was expecting there to be a last minute Tomart submitted. Oh, it's Takubo just 6 seconds ago. This was it's not April yet. You don't get to do that, Takubo. But now I know that's you. I guess it's obvious that it's you. But now I know. Now I've made that connection. Would I ever go into a Smosh pit, says Lenny? As in a pit of the cast and crew of the show Smosh TV? No, I wouldn't. Finally, we get the ending of the gay lovers. What are you talking about, Snot? Tomar, it's a thread. Look at the post above. Oh, this. I hate that. Sorry, it's Takubo. Thank you for joining us. I hate that. Anyway, let's see. I didn't say no. Liv Hardman, you can't extrapolate from that. Tomar hates his fans. Tomar just hates that. Whatever that was, Tomar hates it. Tomar, do you think?
Holy fucking shit! It's a gifting spree!
Hello there, Bill. Thank you for the 10 gifts. Thank you for that gifting spree. It appears Bill has returned. Bill was excited we were doing more Phoenix Wright, and I swear we're about to start. I know we're 45 minutes in, but I swear it's coming. Just gotta boot it up. Oh yeah, and I finally got a wireless adapter for my Xbox controller. So we don't have that big wire to worry about anymore. We gotta mess with our game capture settings though. Bill. I hope you're having a good day, Bill. I hope it's swell times all around. And we're not tripping out, right? Ace Attorney is being very weird as it opens. I hope my computer isn't doing anything evil. Not Mecha Goober, thank you for the gift sub. Oh, and a Bill, thank you for the 420 bits. If streaming the game is wrong, then I don't want to be right. No, streaming the game is not wrong. All right, here we go. Phoenix Wright, aceattorney.exe. All right, here we go. It's just a little loud to me. What do you guys think? There, that's perfect. Does Skull... Is this the one with the neck beard? Says First time chatter to Skull007. I don't know what you're on about. Did Zach fix your computer before this stream? No, he didn't, Eddie Valentine, too. Eldritch Lord, thank you for the 100 bits. I need a Tomar plushie to fulfill my sexual desires. No homo, though. If you say so, Eldritch. I mean, that's really an entirely different attraction. That's a man being attracted to a toy. I wouldn't consider that homosexual at all. That's its own thing. Everyone buckle up. This one is a roller coaster. Here we go. Turnabout goodbyes. Episode 4, and again, the final chapter of the original game. And is the game crashing on me? What is happening? What evil, diabolical thing is going on in the world of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney? Here we go. I hear the music. Oh, there we go. It's been, what, 15 years? About that, yes. It's supposed to be mysterious. I'm not going to do a voice. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered. But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. Thank you, Eldritch Lord, for the 1,000 bits. What? Merry Christmas. It's Miles Edgeworth. Thank you, Eldritch Lord, again for the 1,000 bits. Not if I put a soul in it. You've got some magical homunculus powers. Oh, we don't have enough lighting in here. Goodness gracious. Wait, let me fix that. What was I thinking? Wait. Oh. Headphones. All right. Better lighting, better lighting. Hey, Nick! Did you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick. Isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under. Preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gord Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Didn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. So much for rushing spring waters.
Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gord Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy in a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness monster. Though its namesake Nessie proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Nick? The water pressure's kinda low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? Nick, come on. I think she's a minor. Good idea, Nick! Apparently, Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. Oh, it was sarcastic, you guys. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gord Lake, and creepy stuff happens in nowhere, but this time it's murder. Gord Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Yipes, Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Who? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. All right, let's go find out. Edgeworth is just 24 years old, yeah. Just like Super Mario. Stupid Phoenix, you make me look bad. They're drawing blood. I know. Edgelord is 24? All right. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Ah! Hey, Edgeworth, come back. What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So, you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh, laugh! Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad, or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time we can be spending it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. Let's talk to old Edgy. Mentioned to many people, there's a guard here behind hearing everything. That's true, FCAM. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it? Duh, we're gonna help you, that's what. Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry. You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey, sure you got lucky and won all 3. But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, Wright. Experience. I always have a hard time getting my Edgeworth voice back. I feel like I'm still kind of missing it, but we're gonna keep working on it. Nick, he's insulting you, Nick. Why am I always the one who has to get angry? The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices and the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? I guess let's go, I doubt he's gonna care about this. Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth. Let me defend you. Good one, right? But I'm not that hard up, not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. What? My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Okay then. Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask. But you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick. Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya! Let's go investigate elsewhere. But Nick... Okay. Time to go to Gourd Lake. We're getting so close. I don't know what we're getting close to. It just came out of my mouth. This is where it happened? Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there?
Well, pal? There's enough of us here. Anyone found anything?
Sorry, sir. Nothing.
Idiot. The trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double.
But sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one who...
Shut up. Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal.
Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today.
Recruits. Puh. Ah. Hey, you're that hairy guy. Hairy Butz.
Right, Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name?
And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating?
Tomar, I just left dog poop on your doorstep and Jaxie gave me a kiss on the cheek. April Fools. Wait, what? Artana 6? Anyway, I'm going back to the game. Well, yes, I suppose.
Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it.
He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet.
Huh? Oh, you don't say.
Detective Gumshoe, do you know what happened here?
Huh? You don't know, pal?
No.
Wow, okay. Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Cloud's lawyer.
Head in the... Huh?
Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were 2 men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And
the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth?
A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him.
How did they get there so fast?
Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake.
A witness? Should we ask straight about the witness? Now let's keep going down the line. You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you?
Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it.
Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, Detective?
Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking the investigation that seriously.
Oh, no.
After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side.
Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Tomar, can you refer to me as pal like Gumshoe from now on? I'll try, Drawing Blood. I'll really try. I'll try, pal. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case?
Yeah, he's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid.
I suppose it would be if they have a witness.
Hey, pal, don't tell me you're gonna turn your back on him too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent.
I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said.
What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying right, 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 over and over.
Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I.
Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it.
Who was this witness?
Sorry, pal, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow.
Was there only that one witness?
Yep, it's pretty cold out on the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve after all.
Hey, Tomar, since you're gonna call Drawing Blood pal, can you call me Cully like Bach in Elden Ring? Thanks. Cully. Fine, Ozma, you're Cully. Cully and pal.
Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're gonna turn up another witness.
Dylan, I'm not gonna call you son. I'll call you Dylan. How about that? Is that a good compromise?
That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty.
Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. Yeah, Emma Memer, I'll call you Emma. Anybody else have any requests? I'm gonna ignore them starting now. Game Guy says, can you call me sometime? I'm gonna call you Artana 6. Yes, all right. Now, starting now. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa.
Detective Gumshoe, sir. What, find something? No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh, sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask about before I head back?
Well, yes. Do you have any information on the victim?
Sorry. They haven't worked up the autopsy report yet. I'm still waiting for it myself. Actually, say, if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal.
You're not coming back, Detective?
Probably not, pal.
So what should we do if we have something to talk to you about?
Ah, right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime.
Abe Vigotis, I'm not going to call you Tomar. And Sire, I'm not going to call you Sire 3M Tomar. Tomar,
would you set sail on the high sea? I mean, like if it was like literally an ocean full of high sea, yes, absolutely. Directions of the police. All right. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. What? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around?
Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission.
You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right. Now let's get investigating.
All right, you guys.
It's happening. Oh, thank you, Dylan, for the gift sub to Ratwine Rat. Tomar, would you take a bite of gum gum? Oh, you know I would. Yo ho ho. By the way, anybody keeping up with the manga? This week, this Sunday's chapter was a doozy. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but a big thing happened. I don't know. Anybody else following One Piece knows what I'm talking about, but otherwise, I don't want to ruin anything for people that are like trying to catch up. Yeah, let's go. Should we go into Gord Lake or the Criminal Affairs Department? Let's go look around Gord Lake. Yeah, Dylan read it. Dylan read the latest chapter. That's my guy. That's my not quite son. Here, how about that? Can I call you my not quite son? The One Piece chapter was one piece of surprise, says F. Kim. Turns out One Piece is real. No, that's not it. All right. We'll focus on Phoenix Wright for now, though.
Yo ho ho, I took a bite of gum gum.
Wowzers. This is Gord Lake? Yep. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Samurai dogs. I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know? Nope. Should we look around? Little party popper. Huh? Someone left some poppers here. Well, I don't know if I just call them poppers. You might confuse them with something else. You know, you pull the string, and it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. All right, we got poppers. That's our first big step. Tomar, did you read the latest chapter of Big Bad Beetleborg's Neo? Wow, what a doozy. What, Azuma? Are you suggesting that is there really such thing as Big Bad Beetleborg's Neo? There's no way. There's just no way. I'm not gonna look that up. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Wow, Gord Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gord Lake? Oh, well, a long time ago, they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way! I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape. Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Hot dog stand. It's closed. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Alright, I think we're done looking around here. But we can go to... Let's go to the boat rental shop. December 25th. Boat rental shop. Tomar, what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Honestly, for me, ketchup and sauerkraut. I like mustard on hot dogs. I know people jump on your back for being like ketchup, But it's like, I like mustard, but if I'm going to be honest, my favorite toppings on a hot dog are just ketchup and a ton of sauerkraut. I like, grilled onions are good on a hot dog. Uh, Mustard, both yellow and brown, are good on a hot dog. Uh,
Ketchup on a hot dog, that's a hate crime.
no, it's not. It's so stupid that you'd be such a purist about what can go on a freaking hot dog. Reuniclus only likes ketchup or chili. So that's great. That's so what? Good for you. I think, look, I'm inclusive. I'm inclusive about hot dog toppings, just like I'm inclusive about pizza toppings. People who say only one thing goes on everything, those are the people with a problem. That's what I say. Ketchup on hot dogs is a fucking curse, says Putrefish and Grobe Clown. Oh, stop all of that. We've been hemorrhaging viewers, by the way. I guess nobody wants to see what happens next in Phoenix Wright. Nick, what is this place? A boat rental shop. Closed for Christmas, it seems. First time chatter, Nico Laka says, Tommy, you're like a bright ray of sunshine in a damp, moist cave. Thank you. I do take that as a compliment. Lightning Dean says, Tomar is going to run in 2024 with a progressive hot dog topping promise. Did you tell the mods to mute people for their hot dog hot dog opinions? No, I did not, Liv Hardman. I did not tell the mods to mute people for their hot dog opinions. Tomar attacking the hot dog. That would be hot dog topping censorship. I don't believe in that either. Tomar attacking the hot dog eating community too in his stream. He's on a rampage. No, not the hot dog eating. The hot dog topping gatekeeping community is what I'm attacking. It's okay if you eat your hot dog, microwaved and chopped into tiny pieces. A hot dog's a hot dog. It's not some sacred freaking thing. It's a damn cheap sausage. Anyway, Future Fishing Grove class says, no, it isn't. Oh boy. Anyway, I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats? I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go out on one when the trial's finished? Hey, good idea. You bet. I don't know if there's too much to examine. I know this is supposed to be illegible, but it kind of looked like it says Stone's Kidney. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. There are some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder? Nick? Huh? I changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride. All right, then. Yeah, not much else to do here. Let's go check the other side of the lake. This community will never recover from your hot dog comments. We are fractured beyond repair, says Dingle Dank. I think we'll be just fine. Tomar hates single moms and hot dog enjoyers. Horrible extrapolation of everything that's transpired here tonight, sire. That is not true. Tomar eats kosher grilled cheese and unkosher chicken nuggets about 6 days out of the... And then Banner Tracks didn't finish their thought. Okay. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping. They've got guts camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick. If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Thank you, sire, for the 100 bits, even if it was just to say cancel Tomar, also happy birthday, Tomar. Hashtag cancel Tomar, also happy birthday, Tomar. All right. It's Takabu says, Tomar also hates my art that I spent grueling hours on. That was not art. That was a photograph I want to thank you for pushing Zach to play Civ with you on Oni Play, says Lightning Dean. Oh, for sure. I think he even said that next time we play, he wants to start over just on a... Because the settings we were playing on, I guess, is closer to what he would normally play, but he realized that it was slowing down the game a lot. I don't want to get into that. We probably will play more Civ, but we'll probably start a new civilization. Coleslaw LP says, Tomar, please read this. My wife is on her deathbed and she wants you to look at this funny little creature. Well, I looked at your little chewing creature. I hope your wife appreciates it. All right. Let's keep looking around the campsite here. Hey, Nick. What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum then? I'm not having this conversation. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. Takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. Oh, it definitely says no camping. The sign says no camping. Funny place to pick to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign says no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. Alright, let's slide to the left. Yeah, wait, there isn't a tent. I don't know what he's talking about with pitching a tent. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool, let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick! Huh. Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. But don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? These things? The party poppers? Well, it responded. Yeah! Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! Eek. What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now! There goes a whole roll of film! What? Huh? Sorry's nice, but it don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much a roll of that film costs? I'll pay you back. What were y'all thinking setting off a party popper in a place like this? Well, what? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. I say those Southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. Why, they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you now? Her chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends? Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for bejesus's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws and listen to you stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Her kin is coming. Sire says, thank you for the 100 bits, Sire. But he says, Tomar's impression of all women right here. That's clearly how she's meant to sound. Yeah, I'm sure her character's supposed to have a Kansai accent, and that's just how they choose to interpret all those in American localization. What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry.
That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. What? Can't you see I'm okay? She just says the same crap. All right, let's get her. Let's try to present her with something. This is my badge. Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now? Because I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I wrestled meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You too. Y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed, the culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for you if it pleases you. Thanks, I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta Hart, but y'all can call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. And her name was Texas Red. That's your Texas Red, Dingle Dank. Alright, now she'll talk. Oh yeah! When was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. Happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. That's so, Christmas Eve. A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I've seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when. So, what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? You don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at the university, Country U. So I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you all that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers. Falling stars? That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made, a genuine Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Solingen. Is that a real place in Germany? I wouldn't know. So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat. Lotta's camera. Okay. Lotta? Yeah? So your camera. It triggers on loud explosion noises. Yep. Actually, the victim in this case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey! Y'all are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. That means this is Christmas Day right now. This is what we're doing on Christmas Day. We're investigating a murder. I checked him once. Don't remember if there was anything on him, though. But what if I got something? I could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Okay, then. Maybe now's a good time to go meet up with Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Mealworm II says, I have 7 pet earthworms and 1 mealworm. That's very interesting to know, Mr. Mealworm II. Moving to the Criminal Affairs Department. Here we are in the belly of the beast. Oh, look, it's the Blue Badger. I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting.
Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal.
Detective Gumshoe!
We just finished the meeting, for better or for worse.
I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. Do you know anything about the victim yet?
No. Still can't ID him.
Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything?
Not a word.
So how'd the meeting go?
I can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer.
True.
You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that?
So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it?
Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled.
I see. Hey, in the end you didn't tell. Hey, in the end you did tell us about the meeting.
Don't go telling anyone else, pal.
Yes, sir.
And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much?
Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works.
Tomar says, oh sure, Tomar. Say something controversial about moms and hot dogs, but worms are sacred, I guess. Shaking my head. What's sacred about worms? Oh look, our viewer count started to go back up a little bit. That's nice. Am I coinciding with another big stream? Is that what's going on here? Anyway.
We trust each other, and that's how it works.
A working relationship?
See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We've got to earn that trust he places in us.
I see.
Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust. And you have my word on that.
I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report?
Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you.
Autopsy report added. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? That face.
Oh, whoop. I got an alarm going off over here.
Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. Anything else we can present him? I don't know. feels like that's all we came here for. Can I requisition some of the stream donations to roll on Genshin, says Azuma. I didn't get the new character and it really soured my peanuts. No, you can't have the stream donations, Azuma. But I'll see what we can do, okay? We'll talk after. They're leaving you for Tuna Tuesday, the only official fishing competition on Twitch. You made that up, Dingle-Dank. There's no such thing as Tuna Tuesday. And who would be fishing at this hour? Well, maybe on the other side of the world. Tomar, did you happen to see the new sick animation short? It's absolutely frightening, even by his standards. Do not watch on stream. Is it the one with the high school? I think I know the one you're talking about. If he's done one since then no, I haven't seen it yet. Tomar, don't tell the cop anything. You have rights. He doesn't. Okay. Let's go to the detention center and see if. Okay, Edgeworth is still not there. Let's see if Lotta's done developing her photo. All right. That's a good indicator. Dylan also needs the new Genshin character. Oh my god. You Genshin fanatics. You're addicted. You're addicted. They got you hook, line, and sinker. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Wait up a sec. We got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey. This is them. Take a look. Wait. See? See? He's shooting him with that pistol. It looks like that, yes. But you can't really tell who that is shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? What? Are you serious? Of course. How do you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? I reckon so. What's that? Now don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta. What? Can't y'all see I'm kind of busy? Tell us what you saw too, please. Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta. Don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter, I'm gone. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. The question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. We got first time chatter. Tay Jiggles says typical Tomartopian gameplay. I mean, we're in a visual novel. Maybe that's why everybody left. I mean, everybody didn't leave, but that's why the people that left. They're missing out on some good Phoenix Wright. This is like the best chapter in the game. I will say that now. This is the best. It's also the longest, but it's the best. Looks like the police have given up on their interviewing. Hey. Oh, crap. Ah! Nick, I think Santa's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick. Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection.
Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me! Larry? What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl Kianse deserves the best. Kianse? Not another model, I hope. Oh, Kianse's a fine, fine woman, Nick.
Yeah, what voice did he have? I don't remember the voice of Larry. Ozma told me to just do Scooby-Doo, but I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know? She bought this costume for me.
That's great, Larry.
Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your...
Not my what?
No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Fey.
He's got predator eyes. Watch out for Larry.
Sister?
Oh, sorry, I didn't read her line. Exactly, predator eyes.
Wow, Nick must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister?
No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister.
Huh, sounds great.
Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening. Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. And since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Kianse, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. Ooh. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya.
No, it's just Kianse's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot.
A model. I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow.
Huh? Neat.
The defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth.
Nick?
Why would Larry know Edgeworth?
Whoa, Nick! You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth?
Oh, thank you, sire, for the 100 bits. Can you use donations to help Snot get a cool gaming PC? Pretty please. Oh, please, Tomar. They live in the 00s running XP. Why does that become my responsibility, sire? But I do appreciate the bits. I'm happy to advise Snot on building a gaming PC. I can offer that for free.
They're trapped in the yachts. Get them out.
All right. You don't mean that Mild Edgeworth? Old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect.
Whoa, murder?
Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry?
Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school.
What? All right.
Tell me about the dogs.
Huh?
Oh, you mean the samurai dogs?
Why are they samurai dogs?
I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs. You know, like guard dogs.
Ouch.
The samurai thing was Kianse's idea. She's my woman, you know? She was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of those samurai dogs.
Something about that just seems wrong.
Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake. What with the big news?
The big news? It's the big news, you guys. This is the big news.
Yeah, Gordy.
Ozma gets it.
Gordy? So, Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah, Nick, him, and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father? Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait, you said defense lawyer? Yeah. Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. Tomar should start his own conspiracy newsletter called The Big News. All of those in favor say aye. Says this is Azuma. All right. I'm not good at balancing this game with chat banter. I'm just gonna go back to the game. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That was probably a bad translation of a Japanese joke. It's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer. Huh? Go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. Wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know Nick? Nick? What's Gordy? Huh? You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake, a giant mysterious monster, Gordy. Tomar, you should play in Japanese and translate it all for us. I would not be capable of that, Arby's Gaming. A monster? Yeah! Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper.
Monster gift!
Thank you, sire, for the monster gift. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Wow, it's really real. Giant life form appears in Gourd Lake. Nick, a monster! A real monster! Yeah. It's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and we... Oh no, this is not Lotta Heart. I set the camera to automatic. When we got into frame, I heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. I wish I could have seen it. You're trying to get Snot a new gaming PC, Tomar. Have a heart, says Sire. I have a heart. I just don't have thousands of dollars to spare. I'm sorry. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry? Could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. 1 million? Grow up, Larry. Gordy article added to the court record. Alright, we got our Gordy. Anything worth presenting him with? What's that? It's a camera. You take pictures with it. Huh? Look, Larry, you mean you don't know what a camera is? Of course I know. Hey, you're looking at a bona fide junior high graduate. I was talking about the weird contraption on that camera. Oh, that. Well, it's hard to explain. Just forget about it. Well, don't go showing me it then. Jeez. Alright, nothing with that. What's this? You know, my eyes have been getting pretty bad lately, Nick. Actually, the photo's blurry, Larry. It was taken last night. Last night? Yeah, there's nothing else here worth showing, I guess. Go just check the boat rental shop. No, nothing new going on here.
see. Still nothing at the detention center. Oh, God. Here we go. Criminal Affairs Department. Not a gumshoe in sight.
If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while.
Lotta heart. It has to be.
Uh-oh.
This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen.
What? Lord Lake. Gordy's sighted. I don't believe it.
Shouldn't you be reading something more important? Hey, is that the police department's mascot?
That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot.
I see. How nice.
I'll get him a signed mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department if it's the last thing I do.
Good luck. Tomar, I apologize for bringing all these gift requests to your doorstep. I have a coupon for a free kombucha that I want you to have as recompense. I'll see if I can get it to your P.O. box. I know how much you love kombucha. I don't mind kombucha. I don't have anything against it. Yeah, see, those 3080s, they sell out real quick, Artanis. It is not the best time to be shopping for gaming PC stuff. That being said, I did just finally find a 3080 in stock for a fair price. But 3080 Ti even. Thank you, Dylan. Thanks to Stock Ninja on Twitter. That's my little plug for at Stock Ninja. He like all he does is track like PS5 and like gaming card stock stuff. I'm not gonna scalp it, Live Hardman. I'm gonna use it. This is just me looking around the stupid police station. I don't think there's anything going on here. We should hack into the computers. I hope we're not getting into one of those situations where there's one dumb little thing we're expected to do. Ooh, look at this poster. A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. That was important to check, just so you guys know. What is it? Oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at the office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait, you mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him for old time's sake. All right, there we go. That was our clue that we needed. We're going to Grossberg's, guys. The diabetes guy, as Dingledank puts it. That old familiar clearing of the throat.
You're Mia's something, are you not?
I was her understudy, yes, Phoenix Wright.
And you're Mia's something too, are you not?
Her little sister, yes.
You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know. It takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you say.
Mr. Grossberg, sir?
Hmm? Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter?
There was a murder last night.
A murder?
You haven't heard?
I just got up, you see.
Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol.
Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot?
Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown.
This is terrible news indeed.
I guess he hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting?
Oh, yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old bitter desserts.
All right. Should we present the photo?
Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Ah!
Did you remember?
He was a lawyer here in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond.
Mr. Hammond.
And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot?
Who is this Hammond guy anyway?
Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case.
That case?
Yes, the DL6 incident.
Oh, Artanis, thank you for the 100 bits. And they say, Tommy, please read my messages, please. And before that, Sire, thank you for the 100 bits, said, Tomar, this is to help Artanis 6 help pay for their club bill. Please help them, Tomar. Wait, why? What? Stop asking me for me to pay for stuff. Tomar's gonna make a tutorial called How to Turn a 3080 into a Bong. That'd be terrible, Weeping Blade. That'd just be terrible. DL6, why does that sound so familiar?
Perhaps you remember.
I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder.
That was the incident where the police were so at a loss, they used a spirit medium.
Wait, you don't mean...
Monster gift!
Thank you, Pho-Daddy88, for the monster gift. Very generous of you. And that is Pho-Daddy, as in the Vietnamese noodle soup, pho, right? I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. If it's Pho-Daddy, I'll say Pho-Daddy. But we're going with pho, right? Uncle Christian says Po-Daddy. I don't think it's Po-Daddy. Monster gift. Pho-Daddy. First time chat from Frappoodle Official. If you sell the remaining Tomar emeralds, you can pay off all the requests. I don't have the emeralds in my possession to sell. They've all been hidden throughout the world. Tobar, can you get me a Jersey Mike cheese Philly? Oh, now I want a Jersey Mike Philly cheese. I assume you meant Philly cheesesteak. But now I want one. I think Jersey Mike's is closed around here, though. It's like 10 p.m. and it's even later in most of the rest of the country. No Jersey Mike. Sorry. Sell the emeralds, you mod-hating bully, says Sire. All right, let's go back to this game. We need to at least get through the first investigation tonight. Come on. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother?
Yes, my dear. The spirit medium, Misty Fay, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But...
And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. The Tomar playing the Phoenix Wright, says first time chatter, Restain. It's so true, we're doing it. It's the Tomar playing the Phoenix Wright. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg?
Yes, quite.
Thank you.
No, please, don't mention it.
DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth?
It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth.
What? His father?
If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you.
Wait. This is a photograph of my mother. Thank you, Big Bouncing Bongus, for resubscribing for 6 months, earning your 3rd Tomar Emerald. She has a kind face, says Uncle Christian. Good old Misty Faye. Yeah, let's go find Edgeworth. Is he finally back? Ooh, I think so. Christmas Day, Detention Center. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Can I ask you about the murder? Right? I'll ask you again. Just leave me alone. Please try to understand. I'm not doing this to prove I'm tough or because I look down on you. I just don't want you anywhere near this case, understand? Let's see. Edgeworth. It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. Thank you, Ristain, for subscribing. Very much appreciated. You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But, I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Yeah, we unlocked Edgeworth. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes, he was shot and killed, and I saw it all. Oh. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder. Correct. That spirit medium, that was my mom. What? You mean you're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now... this. About to end. The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago, on December 28th. December 28th? The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitations runs out legally, the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps. I'd rather not talk about it. Do we have anything else to present here? Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right? It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? Of course we will. Tomar, if you had a witch's ankle bone, would you use it to astral project? Yes, no. Yeah, I would, Azuma. I truly would. Who could have guessed this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Well, I guess we should. What's that? Earthquake! Nick, it's a big one. It's calming down. Whew. That was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. And we play off Edgeworth with an earthquake that scares him onto the floor. There should totally be just a shot of Edgeworth curled up helpless on the ground, though. That was a wasted opportunity. Yeah, our friend is having a mental lapse. Let's leave him, Nick. Exactly, yeah. No, you're too right, Harold. Those who don't know about the earthquake versus those who know about the earthquake.
What's going on here?
Eek. What's wrong, Detective?
This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all about hearing what Mr. Rat has to say. What's this all about, pal?
Lotta harp.
What are you going around? Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth the death sentence, pal?
No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence.
You trying to say something about the way I do my job?
No, sir. So, what did Miss Hart say?
She says she saw Mr. Edgeworth fired a pistol.
What?
She even had a photograph to prove it.
Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who it is shooting.
That's why she said she's gonna enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us know who's who.
She can do that? Okay, so there's going to be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great.
In any case, she's going to be the one testifying tomorrow.
Huh? What happened to the other witness?
Well, apparently there was a cancellation.
A cancellation?
I'm afraid tomorrow is going to be life or death for poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Caxton says Gumshoe is the hottest creature I've ever laid my eyes on. Oh, my big ol' eyes on. And sorry, Kanxxn. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. KANXNXN_.
We got a witness who says she saw the very moment of the murder. And we got a photo taken when the shot rang out.
I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case.
But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's gotta be something I've overlooked. It sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is gonna ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just asked to file the paperwork. But you still got time, pal. Go talk to him again, for me, please. You have to convince him. You have to make him let you defend him, please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal. You're the only one who can save Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, well, I already did that. Check it out. Look what I got.
Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you.
Thanks, Detective. I'll see you in court tomorrow, then.
Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried.
Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. Pretty used to them by now.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. Wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Oh, by the way, thank you, Artana6, for the 100 bits goose stepping for Tomar. Interesting. But thank you for the 100 bits. And thank you, Sensei Berserk, for subscribing with Prime. This must be LA because of all the earthquakes you see. It might be some big archipelago out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And it's not Hawaii. Hint, hint.
You guys, we did it. We finished the first day of investigation. We can finally start the damn trial on Thursday. And we will. Oh, we will.
Oh my God. All right, let's talk here for a second. I got to get my voice back, but oh, do I have any water in here or even some sparkling water? Ooh. Got to cool the old throat down with a little Kirkland sparkling water. Oh, this can's super yellow, but it's slightly transparent, I guess, in those parts. I was just surprised. All right. How we doing? Trial day Thursday, says Esquire Bob. That's true. Sensei Berserk says, I'm hoping by subbing I will be able to acquire the Tomar Emeralds. You already have one. You got one right there next to your name. And if you... I guess, yeah, eventually you could collect them all. The highest you can have right now is 4, like Snot there has. And Hassan Feferoni has, and Dylan has. But that's just an incentive to keep subscribing. Because, that's what lets me keep doing this. Marbles for my gaming PC? Oh, no, I'm not about to announce marbles after all that. I'm trying to give my voice a rest. Whoever, that was what? That was Snot, right? Oh, I can't even scroll now? All right, there we go. Snot, I'm not doing no marbles. Listen, that gives me cool
texture to my voice when I rip it up like that, but I can't do it for too long or it'll hurt tomorrow.
Shilling for Big Kirkland. Why would you do this? You were my favorite streamer, says Dingle Dank. I'm not shilling. Kirkland just happens to be a very affordable brand. It's some of the only stuff that's worth actually buying at Costco, in my opinion. I personally, Costco is only good to buy very specific things. A lot of their stuff's overpriced. That's how they get you. That's how they can afford to do what they do. They give you a good deal on one thing and they give you a crappy deal on a bunch of the other stuff, but they're like, you're already here, you're already buying in bulk, you're gonna fall for it. That's my actual advice. You should still you should check the prices on everything, and a lot of stuff you do better at the local grocery store. The samples are great. I'm not saying don't go to Costco. I'm saying don't do all your grocery shopping at Costco. That's a mistake. That is a mistake. Yeah, everything is expensive in LA, but I'm telling you, even in LA, I can usually get better prices at Ralph's than Costco for things like milk, eggs, like fruit. Costco's prices are nothing special. Like some of their meat prices are good. Sometimes they're also nothing special. No, we don't have Sam's here in LA. I think the closest Sam's Club is like out in Simi Valley or something. There just aren't a lot of Sam's Clubs near me. So Costco is what we got here in Burbank. I'm going to keep talking like this. I don't know. Keeping my voice down. Bill Z, thank you for the 420 bits. Guess your voice is losing its marbles. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. Bill Z, thank you also for the 350 bits. Doing shopping in only one location is like watching only Fox News for all your news updates. That's true. You can't really rely on any one source for news. I will attest to that. But I am a big fan of I'm not going to promote news services on here, but I'm constantly looking for the most unbiased news sources I can find, and they are not none of them are the ones that like you would think of initially, in my opinion. Tomar, I spent all of my food budgets on big cartons of goldfish crackers. All of your food budget, huh? My skin is turning orange. I'm severely dehydrated. I'm afraid I need to drink the free kombucha. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Drink your kombucha and enjoy it. Did I say that right, Bill? I was trying to say kombucha in the proper Chinese or I guess Mandarin pronunciation, but it's something like that. I don't know. But yeah, kombucha. That's the stuff that's like fermented something. I don't even know what that is in Mandarin. All right, never mind. Then it's nothing. Yeah, it's fermented tea. There's probably a totally different word for it in China if people drink it at all. Kombucha is just tea, says Hassan Favaroni. Tomar sucks on limes to prevent scurvy. Not true. I get plenty of vitamin C. I don't need to suck on limes. Tomar, how many subreddits do you mod? Sire, I'm proud to say 0. A big whopping 0. What is? I know that like what is Reddit moderator like a euphemism for? I know Discord moderator is a euphemism for like sexual predators now. But Reddit moderator seems like it would be something just as bad. We know the kind of people that are Reddit moderators. We know the kind of people that are willing to volunteer their time for free to get their kicks, bossing around Redditors. Hey, Snot, I'm not a Discord moderator. I just have a small Discord server with my mods on it. I don't even let kids on that Discord server, as far as I know. I hope you guys have all been honest about your adult ages. I don't usually hit on any of you either. Tomar, you just doxed it. What? I can't say that there's a mod Discord server, or that there's a Discord server for the TomarStream mods. I didn't know that was a. Tomar, is it true you're going to live stream going down Route 66 this summer? No, that's not true. But if I did it, I'd do it with this hat on. I really do need to get. We need to do something that involves the stupid GoPro that I went and got. The toe moderators. The toe moderators. Is it that hat is for glory holes? Says Uncle Christian. Oh gosh, don't make me think about shit like that. Tomar, wear it to a theme park. Oh, that would be fun. I'd love to wear that on, like, I don't even, do you think they'd let me wear that on a roller coaster? I don't know that I would want to. I'd be too afraid the hat, like, flies off and I lose my camera. I would rather have it just actually strapped to my head at that point. Excuse me. There's a lot of fizz in this fizzy water. That's true. We could make the You Are Tomar POV. Nah, gosh, I'm trying to get all that fizz out of my biz. Are you and the other mods just Tomar pretending to be multiple people? Yes, sire, you found us out. Let's see. Who's not real then? Tyler's not real. Dylan's not real. Ozma's not real. Manoyo's not real. Dylan's not real. Lenny's not real. No. Snot's not real. Whoa. Some anonymous person just tipped $69.69. And they sent me a mysterious YouTube URL. What could that be? And I have to type it in manually to find out. You guys, should I check this? Because this was done through Streamlabs, so it didn't show up in chat. No, it's a YouTube URL. What could this be that someone would send me? It seems almost fraudulent, the fact that I would suddenly get a $69.69 tip. So it'll be youtube.com. I have to transcribe this manually. /watch, ? V equals. Da da da. Da 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 da. Let's see. It says this video isn't available anymore. But it's hard to tell what all these letters are. 240. Thank you for the 245 bigs, Noble Nuggy. Jessica the Bestica says, "What the heck? Tomar is a different hat now. I changed hats like an hour and a half ago." What do you think the deal is with this tip? I feel like I should go to my Streamlabs just so I can copy paste this URL to find out what the hell it is. Or would it if I went to my Gmail, I wonder. It doesn't go to my email. This anonymous tip. I didn't mean to forget about you and Utah Ranger. Oh God, Bill, This was you, wasn't it? In before Rickroll. Is this just gonna turn out to be a Rickroll? Now I expect that it will. But I'm going into my Streamlabs. I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna preview the video off screen. And if it is a Rickroll after all of this, I mean, I guess we'll all have a good laugh. All right. Here's the link. Here's the URL.
It's clear that the real murder weapon was Updog. What is Updog?
All right. Well, now you guys know what the video is. Let's preview, I guess, our capture.
It's clear that the real murder weapon was Updog. What is Updog?
There we go. Thank you for sharing that with us, Anonymous. Anonymous. We're not letting autoplay get away with this. All right. Oh, crap. Ah. Whatever, that was just my event logs. That should be a surprise to no one. Oh, and Noble Nuggy, thank you for the 245 bits. Tomar, big thank you to you and the Oni Place, fellas, for helping me slowly crawl my way out of my pit of big baby mental health frickery. P.S. Please do a DDR stream with a stabilized camera 2 inches from your face. Why would you? I would never agree to do that, Noble Nuggy. But I am glad that you've been enjoying Oni Plays. Please do. I'm not even good at DDR. I'd be a million times more likely to do a Beat Saber stream than a DDR stream. But I don't think I can do Beat Saber with a hat on. But I bet there's got to be some way to mount this thing to a VR headset or something, right? Tomar Cam DDR. I'm not gonna do DDR or Stepmania for that matter. I never said Tomar Beat Saber stream confirmed. I never said that, Astro TS. I just said I'm more likely to do that than the other thing. I do. My biggest issue with doing a Beat Saber stream would be that like all my favorite songs are. I mean, we could probably get away with doing like anime songs maybe without getting like copyright strikes. But like I don't know if I could do a lot of the like more popular songs because I play mostly custom levels on Beat Saber. I don't play a whole lot of the built-in, but even the built-in songs are like, they're copyrighted songs. But people do Beat Saber streams, right? So how do you do that? How do you get away with that? I got to look into Beat Saber streaming, I guess. Sire, thank you for the 58 bits just to say gotta pee, BRB. Oh, they just don't save the VODs, says Tyler. Maybe that's the trick there. We'll just do like a hidden stream where we don't save the VODs. YouTube will punish. Yeah, so I just want to upload it to YouTube. There are even audio services that are official from Twitch that allow copyright music and remove it from VODs. I know that they do have some some stuff. Guess that's how you do some lawyer tricks with that, says Bill Z. First time chatter, Acts of Chaos says, Azuma Magica. Why did I read that in an Oni voice? Oh, what did you said? Tomar, please play DDR in a hot tub with the bottom of the hot tub as the DDR mat, please. That's too much. That is like something Chris would say. I mean, sort of, but just sort of. Same energy. Draw pile stream with Jaxie when? That would be fun if we did like some drawing related. I've thought about doing, like, what if I did a drawful? Like, can you do a drawful stream? I feel like you can't unless I like hid my screen the majority of the time. Would that just be how you do it? I just hide my screen while I'm drawing and I just show it, once everything's been submitted. Because I like the idea of like getting a bunch of like, because I don't know if you guys know this. A while ago, I programmed some web services that let me like pick volunteers from the crowd. Hey, I wonder if they're still working actually. Let me look up 1 second. I'm going to look up my commands because I've even forgotten. Or you know what? What is it? It's what? Bang commands. Yeah, there we go. And then I can go to that. Oh yeah, so I was going to do, it's ask. Well, here, I need to go. Am I not logged in? I should be logged in. Nightbot. All right, come on, Nightbot. Log in. I need to go to my commands. All right, here. So I can go, if I do bang ask, we're just doing this as a test run. I'm not actually, but I want to just make sure this thing still works. It goes, Tomar has asked for volunteers. Type vol to enlist. So anyone who does bang vol is now volunteering. And let's see. Now it seems like my script is already broken. So it obviously needs more testing. Oh, it's finally starting to take stuff. But it feels like it's like ignoring certain people too. See, it's taking some of them. But it feels like I'm getting a little rate limited. It's also possible that some of them just are actually erroring out because of some bad programming I did. And that's why those ones aren't getting responses. Hard to say. I'll have to look through my logs after this. The point is, it doesn't matter because that's why we need to test this shit, because we're not actually live yet. But you see, it is picking people up. Not all of them, but it is picking people up. So Nightbot, and then eventually, when I want to close it, I type the command, I believe it's pick, and a number of volunteers I want. So if I was like, pick 4... The Emeralds have picked the following volunteers: F. Kim, Brain with Glasses, Drawing Blood, and Hassan Pepperoni. See, my thing I built kind of works. I need to figure out why it is rejecting certain people. So maybe we'll have a stream at some point where I just like have you guys help me test this and figure out what's going on. I am going to go through the logs after this for my script, but yeah, and now if anybody volunteers, it'll just ignore you because it only works up until I do the pick. But yeah. Basically, it makes like a little mini database where it shoves everything in. It's a cool little thing. But yeah, I built like a simple web service for Nightbot to ping off of. But yeah, so that's in theory how we would like ask the whole room for volunteers. And then, yeah, you can get a fist bump. This is a fist bump for Hassan Pepperoni. But the idea is that would let us pick volunteers, and then we could play like Drawful or some other party game together where I want to be able to do like small group stuff, but where everyone gets a chance to like try to participate, if that makes sense. Like we could do things like, what's that one game? I haven't played it in forever, but like Risk of Rain 2, or like little like instanced games where it's like 4 or 5 players max. But we can do it with, random people from chat. I wanted a way to do that, and I couldn't find anyone else that had done anything like that. So that's why I built my own thing. Yeah, Jackbox, absolutely. I brought up Drawful specifically, but we could do other Jackbox stuff like that too. What the Dub? Ooh, What the Dub? I don't think I've ever done What the Dub. I need to try that at some point. I mean, I play a little Risk of Rain 2. I'm not good at it at all. But I do think that's a fun, like, instance-based game you can just jump right into and have fun with. 7 Days to Die with mods and VIPs. We could do something like that. I'm open to more stuff like this. Obviously, we're on the Phoenix Wright train for the next few weeks because this case is going to take a while. Maybe we won't do the whole case in one go. Maybe that is asking too much. But I want to go at least like through next week, and we'll see how far we are, and then maybe we'll take a breather and then do the second half of the case because I know that one's going to take a while. I just know it. Because we just got through one investigative thing today, and I want to say there's at least like 5 or 6 phases to this, so it would take at best 5 or 6 more streams to finish. So we'll do like 3 more, and then we'll take a break and do something else. Maybe we'll just do 2 more. We'll take a break and then come back to it. But yeah, you're talking Mario Kart, Left 4 Dead. Yeah, I'm down for whatever. What's your take on GTA Plus? Ask F Kim. I actually don't know anything about GTA Plus. Is GTA Plus a new thing that I'm just not aware of? Or is it like some sort of third party like mod for GTA? I don't know. But yeah. I know we're just not talking. Oh, by the way, Vernthrax, thank you for subscribing for 9 months. I almost missed that. 9-month Toma, baby. Thank you, Vernthrax, for subscribing for 9 months with us now, and that does earn you your 4th Tomar Emerald, Vernthrax. RuneScape with everybody, says F Kim. I've heard Chris did something like that on one of his streams, and it got kind of messy. I don't know. I'm not even like I was never a classic RuneScape guy, so I've got no attachment to RuneScape. I doubt we'll do a RuneScape. Please play Third Strike. That would be fun if we had like a GGPO night where we could pick volunteers to like pop in and like we challenge each other. There isn't like that'd be amazing if there was like a tournament builder out there that's like compatible with like like MAME ROMs like GGPO. That would be really cool if we could do like a little mini tournament with chat. I'm not good at Third Strike, but I still really like playing it. For that matter, oh, and Dylan still wants to face me in Soul Calibur 6. Maybe we'll just do Soul Calibur 6 with Dylan night. There's lots of options, you guys. We got a whole year ahead of us, a whole year of Tomar content. And I'm going to be home. Granted, it's mostly to bond with my newborn daughter, but I'm going to be home for 2 full months starting in September. So maybe I'll even be capable of, because it's going to be time off. Maybe we'll be able to do some extra streams. Maybe they won't be as long because I got to take care of the baby. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Jaxie is pregnant. Yes, for those of you that weren't aware. But yeah, I'm gonna be at home a bit more, and if I can figure out the sort of cadence of things, I bet I could do some extra short streams on top of the usual Tuesdays and Thursday ones during that time. Assuming that it doesn't make me into like a heartless monster who's like neglecting my wife and newborn kid. That's obviously going to come first. But if we can get it to work, we'll get it to work. I don't know what isn't. It's one thing to be told what's involved with being a new parent, and I'm sure, and I think it's another thing entirely for me to go live through it. So we'll see if I might be the lowest energy I have been ever, because I hear that babies never sleep more than like, you're lucky if they sleep like 3 or 4 hours straight. Like, so you getting a proper amount of sleep seems like wishful thinking. That's how it's been placed to me. So I'm expecting the worst, but we'll see if we can figure something out. Tomar, just give your baby some melatonin. It works great for me. Yeah, I'll look into the science behind babies and melatonin there, Ozim. Soup Lolly says, "Are you nervous?" Of course I'm nervous, but I mean, I that nervousness is tempered with like excitement and happiness and all that other stuff. So I'm nervous, but it's like if some of the idiots that have raised kids can do a good job at it, you know, I gotta hold, like, why can't I do it? You know, I think I have the ability to be a good father. I really do. Artana says, good job. No, but seriously, I'm not attacking moms. I'm. One sec. Are we back? Are we back? Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. I don't know what happened there. My point is, if I'm going to do something like be a parent, I'm going to do it the best I can do it. So I'm not nervous that I'll like do a bad job. I'm just nervous about all the change that it's going to bring to my life. But, you know, change is good. I've gone through all kinds of change. I've changed jobs many times. I've moved many times in my life. Change is no new thing to me. So I'm trying to look at it. It's something to be excited about. And it's a choice that we made together that we're doing. It's not like this was like a surprise that got dropped on us. So I'm ready as I'll ever be. That's what I'm trying to say. Bill Z says, hi, Nervous. I'm Bill. Nice to meet you. Also, Bill says, guess you're about to father the responsibility of being a dad. True. Please keep pouring these dad jokes on me, Bill. Dad jokes in honor of fatherhood, I guess. Sire, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm sorry, Tomar. Every time I yell at you, your stream dies. LOL. Please forgive me. I'm sure it's just my unstable internet that's been plaguing me for the last several months. As much as I want to blame Twitch for all of my problems.
No talent, mediocre piece of shit.
Tyler, why? To the mums that tried to take down the stream, you can't take down the one and only Tomar fedora wearing Tomar. Well, that scared the crap out of me, Tyler, and probably a few other people in this room, but thank you for the 777 bits. It's you know, it's a new life thing, and I've still got a few more months of being a dink. So I'm gonna try to make the most of that too. I should ask Zach to fix my internet. Oh, stop, Manoy. I will fix this one way or another. I will get to the bottom of what's been going on with my internet. I have a feeling it's something with my router or some other. That's the thing. I have so many devices on my network. It could be anything. It could really be anything. What I got to do is start doing some packet captures and taking logs and diving in deep with it to figure out what's actually going wrong that's making me drop my internet connection. Because it's not the cable modem dying or anything, because it's always fixed instantly when I restart the router. So that makes me think it's either the router or some other factor in the local network that you guys don't want to listen to me run through troubleshooting in my head, though. Yeah, it is a constantly changing IP, Dylan, but that, I believe that is the changing IP is well, that does go back to Spectrum, I guess, to some degree, to my ISP, I should say. I don't think me saying Spectrum is doxing myself, considering like it's everything that was formerly Charter and Time Warner is now Spectrum. That's like half the freaking United States that is Spectrum. Sorry, Tomar, I've been chewing on your Wi-Fi router for the past 5 months. Doggo puke. You couldn't just puke. You had to chew. Snot says, Tomar, can you look differently into the camera and say Zam and stick your tongue out? Or look directly into the camera? No. Tomar Troubleshoot Tuesday. Have you tried turning it off and then on again? Yes, I've tried turning it off and then on again. Thank you for that useful tip, Drawing Blood. Many times. Sensei Berserk says, what's your IP address? I can help if you have that. I actually did set up a handy little, because I have a script that updates it updates the IP in all my AWS accounts to make sure that I can still connect in through those, and it runs on my home server. and I added something to it the other day that also makes it send a push directly to my phone every time the IP changes, so that at least now I have a running record of when it changes. And it has been happening way less frequently since I made a few changes on my router. I deactivated some features I wasn't really using anyway, and it seems to have stabilized, but I have a feeling I'm just going to wind up buying new routers by the end of all this. Or a new router, I should say. Just a new mesh system, because right now I have like an Asus. It's like it was like one of their good mesh systems, like AX 802.11 AX mesh things that they released before the whole Zen Wi-Fi thing. I don't know if you guys are big in Asus. Look, every time Tomar talks technical computer stuff, it makes me think of that technical jargon overload, but in a good way. I catch myself and I'm like, I must be boring the hell out of everybody when I'm talking about this stuff. Thank you for the tiny raid, Pulp Fiction. Excuse me. Pulp Fiction rated with a party of tres. Uno, dos, tres. Epic Owen 785. Thank you for the $5 tip. Are you nervous that one day your child will 100% binge Oni plays? No, why would I be nervous? I mean, look, I live my life in a way where, like, at least as through most of my adulthood, I have tried to live my life in a way where if my child were to see it, they'd go, oh, my dad's kind of cool. Like, I don't want to be, you know, I am proud enough of my work that I'm not embarrassed. You know, it's like, I obviously wouldn't want my child to see like the, you know, the Skullgirls, you know, parody animation or whatever, or like things like that. But most things I do, I try to think like, you know, what if my parents saw this? So like what if my kids saw this kind of applies to that really well. Man, how lame. My dad voices anime. I know, right, Weeping Blade? Although granted, like by the time they're old enough to know what anime is, it's all going to be like ancient anime. Like stuff that came out like 20 years before they even like knew what it was. So I got to keep doing new anime. That's the key. I got to stay on top of it. I'm sure, yeah. I wonder if anime will just go back to being the lame nerd thing again by the time that generation rolls around. Because compared to when I was a kid, anime is completely mainstream now. Like completely. Like it's you like freaking all the public libraries have like a manga and anime DVD section now. Like that if that existed when I was a kid, I would have been on cloud 9. Every last dollar I had, I was spending on anime because it was the only way to see it was to like buy tapes or trade them with my friends, which is what I did. I did both. Buy tapes. Yes, that's right. Oh, you guys want to see something interesting? You know, while we're having fun here, I just thought this was cool. Amazon keeps your order history going back like literally like forever. And I found 1999. I found all my original purchases. So 99, I would have been 13 years old. So even if I dox my address, it's going to be my childhood address, Weeping Blade. I don't think this, yeah. Nothing in here should be incriminating. Okay, I'll share this. Here, does this work? There we go. Let's check this out. My first ever purchase on Amazon.com. And this, judging by the time, this was definitely like Hanukkah. This was whatever Hanukkah money I had for Hanukkah 1999. There is Tenchi Muyo, Pretty Sammy, Soul Calibur for the Dreamcast, Running with Scissors, Weird Al Yankovic, which I think was a new album at the time. Got the first 2 volumes of Tenchi in Tokyo. I think are those DVDs or tapes? I think those are DVDs. I had just gotten my first DVD player recently, but a lot of these things weren't even available on DVD. That's where the Pretty Sammys. And then, so yeah, then I started continuing those. I was obsessed with Tenchi when I was a 13-year-old. It was the first anime I was into. And I kind of want to, let's see, and let's go into 2000. Let's see if things get any more interesting. I bought a book called Stick Fighting by Hatsumi Masaki. That looks like a birthday present. That was March. I bought a magic marked card deck. I really wanted to do magic stuff. There's the original Baldur's Gate, the first DVD of Rurouni Kenshin. I have no idea. Oh, exceptional episode. Oh, apparently this was a tape for Irresponsible Captain Tyler, another anime I had gotten into. We got Jet Grind Radio, Photon the Idiot Adventures, another thing by the guy that made Tenchi. This was me, and then finally this is all of 2000, and then Shenmue as a Christmas present at the end of the year. But yeah, Jet Set Radio was called Jet Grind Radio when it first came out. I always forget that. But yeah, that was me as a 13 to 14-year-old. My little Amazon escapades. I just looked at this the other day and just thought, I don't know if anyone really cares, but it's weird to have something like that. It's like a little time capsule, because that's legitimately what? That's 23 years ago? Is that right? I guess it would be. 23 years ago. Jaxie shaped you into a good man. I was an anime nerd at 13. Yes, I had just discovered it at 12 or 13 years old. I think I discovered it when I was 11 or 12 watching Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. And then right around the same time, Tenchi was airing on some local Fox affiliate because I was living in San Francisco at the time. It was Tenchi Universe was actually the first thing I saw. You guys probably don't care, but I'm just rambling. Yeah, Bill, it is like opening a time capsule. Kids born in 2000 are graduating college this year. I know. It's insane. This does just make me feel old, but I think it's nice to share because I know some of you guys out there are at least sort of close to me in age. But yeah, we are here to watch you ramble, says RB's Gaming. That's what I do. But yeah, man, when I first got games like Soul Calibur and Shenmue, they were mind blowing. They were so good. Jet Set Radio also, that game, I loved everything about the aesthetic of it and the way the fact that you're running from police and they're sending in SWAT teams to stop you and you're I mean, I know we did our share of we did our Jet Set Radio streaming already. But it was fun stuff. Snot saying, I'm in my late 20s. Holy crap, Lois. 30 is too close. I hate it. Oh, you'll be 30 soon. Yeah, One Piece was released. And I didn't even start watching it till 2018 or something. But I got caught up real quick. That's not true. I actually did follow One Piece when it was running in the American Shonen Jump, and that was probably in starting in 2001, maybe 2002 at the latest. But I did not even watch 5% of it by what's out now or read 5% of it. The first time I heard you, says Faulty Dude, was from that time. From that Minecraft animation on the Jacksamoto channel. I was a wee little lad. Yeah, that was that was shortly after we moved out to LA. We were still trying to make a name for ourselves as YouTube animators. That was a discouraging experience, but I feel like I still learned a lot from it. Harold Krell says, I was alive before the Korean War. I feel so old. Is that really true? I don't believe you, Harold Krell, that you were alive before the Korean War. The Korean War was in what, the 60s? When was the Korean War? That was... Sorry, no, that was the 50s. Harold Krell, that was the freaking 50s. I don't think you were really there before the Korean War, Harold Krell. I'm calling you out on this one. Artana6 is 3 years older than me. Tomar, when's the next admin craft? I don't have the server anymore. I mean, I guess I kind of do. We do have a server now. I just don't leave it open to the public. But we should do something with that server sometime, not too far into the future. But I guess, I don't know. I don't have any ideas yet. It still blows my mind that admin craft was you guys, says Drawing Blood. Noble Nuggy also says, in 1999, I was still punishing my diapies while Tomar was watching cool anime. Kind of jealous, not gonna lie. Oh, it's weird to think back on stuff like that. Cause yeah, it's like, shit, I've really been alive for like, I'm not old, but I've been alive for now 3.5 decades. A lot's happened. Yeah, but Drawing Blood, sorry, it blows my mind that Admin Craft was you guys. That was such a special time in my young life. It feels like such a small world to find you on Oni Plays years later. Yeah, I stuck around. Like, I wasn't really like, I didn't do anything sort of publicly facing on the internet until like 2006. So I was already like 20 years old by then. And it's when I started getting into voice acting on Newgrounds. I was still in college. 2006. Yeah. But you know, that was when I was like, I was into voice acting from the time I was in, high school. But like I had already convinced myself by then. I'm like, I'm going to college. I'm just gonna go get a job as like a computer something, and I'm gonna have to leave all this behind, or maybe I'll keep it as like a little side hobby if I have the time. But I never thought I'd be able to like good enough or be able to do. I feel like when you're little, you don't have. I feel like the world. I'd convinced myself that I wasn't good enough to do most things. I don't know why. I guess they were just low self-esteem or something. I don't know. The fact that, and now I realize it's like it's not the hardest thing in the world to get into voice acting. It's not easy, but it's not the hardest thing in the world either. I don't know. The point is like, it blows my mind. It was doing Newgrounds stuff and like hearing my voice coming out of little animated characters' mouths in like Flash cartoons that made me go, I want more of this. I want to keep doing this. I can't. I will never turn my back on the institution of Newgrounds. Like it was important in forming how I decided to like what I decided to do with my future. The Athasian says, "Oh wait, host. Sorry, let me go in order here." Epic Owen 75. Tomar was 17 when I was born. Goddamn. There you go, Epic Owen. F Kim says, I was watching recently some old Newgrounds animation, Command and Conquer TE, and I remember you voiced some Nod commander and a French church priest or something. Yeah, yep. That sounds vaguely familiar. I remember that the guy who made those animations. I met so many interesting people just doing voices on Newgrounds. Oh, Sire also asked, who would win in a fight, Trucker Dad Tomar or Shirtless Tomar? Obviously, Shirtless Tomar. He's the more like real Tomar. Trucker Dad is like there's no such thing as Trucker Tomar. He's fictional. He's paper thin. Shirtless Tomar though is very, very real and very dangerous, I hear. And then the Athasian says, or Athasian, Athasian. I first saw you on Ego Raptor's Gears of Awesome cartoon. Hey man, let's go see what the cogs are doing. I think that was the line, right? Yeah, I remember that too. Ozma says, Tom actually told me he's changing the name to Old Grounds. Did you hear? It is Old Grounds. It truly is, but no, I don't believe you, Ozma. I did not hear. Suck my crucifix, as Grand Kahuna puts it. Everyone loves bringing that one up. Velocito, the Nun game was made by Jordan D, who, to call him a cult leader is almost giving him too much credit. But yeah, that's basically what Spirit Science is. It's like a weird cult. It's like a half-ass cult that just repurposes every other like random new age group's crap and repackages it with Flash cartoons as if it was like an original idea, but like states it all as fact. I think I've made it clear I'm not a big fan of that sort of thing. I wish he had used his powers for good instead of like duping weird people into believing that like the moon's hollow and crap like that. Uh, I bought a good mic and a small mixing board, but I'm real nervous about putting out a demo reel, says Drawing Blood. Well, it's totally natural to feel that way, but what I will say is don't put you really should keep working until you like it's hard. It's the hardest thing to overcome, but keep working until you feel like you like what you hear. I know there's probably other people who would give you different advice, be like, just go for it, just do it, just send it out there. But it's like I did that for years too, and there's nothing wrong with it, but nothing sticks. What you really want to get to is the point where you listen to your demo and you go, that sounds good. That's competitive with other stuff out there. Like, and I know I've talked about it before, but I feel like that's a really important stage. And, I say in a voice actor's life, I think there's analogs to that in a lot of other fields too. But, I know voice acting to the degree that I've done it. And it's like, that to me was like one of the few moments I remembered. Like, I still remember like basically the moment where like, I had my little stupid mobile pre, it was an M Audio mobile pre, like the original one. It was this goofy little gray and blue striped thing. I bought a used one off some guy on eBay, and I had a Studio Projects B1 microphone, which is like an inexpensive Chinese like large diaphragm condenser mic plugged into that, and I had that all crammed into a little like mini hamper that had cheap foam stuffed in it, and I recorded some stuff and I played it back and I went. And at that point I'd been doing the acting stuff for a long time already before I really invested that. That was, maybe like a $200 investment total, all the things I just said. But that was a lot of money for me when I was like 18, 19. And I heard it back and I'm like, this is it. This is the sound. This could be on TV. Why not? Why the hell not? And I think that part of it was both having the acting done and actually hearing something played back to me that was captured in a fidelity that was good enough. But those combination of things clicking and hearing it playing back in my ears and going, I think that's something. And Artana6 says, and now you are on TV. That's true. And I mean, and I'm not even, it's like there's a million people on TV and I'm not, what I do is nothing in particularly special compared to other people, who do my craft per se. I mean, well, I need to give myself more credit than that. I think I'm pretty good. I don't do anything illustrious. I'm not any huge main characters in any big shows, but I'm proud of the work I do. And I think I'm just as capable of doing that stuff as everybody else. But Oingo Boingo Spirit Science song. Wait, what? But yeah, I'm happy with what I've developed into, and I want to keep improving my craft and working at it forever. Regardless of where the career part takes me, I'm happy enough with my voice acting that like I have more career goals. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of stuff I still want to do. And I have no, that's not like I'm going to reach a point where I just want to retire voice acting. But I don't know. I know I'm confident enough to know I'm on the right track with everything. And I like what's been happening with my life. Do you have a dream character to voice? Says Epic Owen. And I've been asked this a lot of times, Epic Owen, and the truth is no. I really do just, it's not about the characters. It's not about like the fame or any of that stuff. That stuff's all great. I love it. It's nice. When you do something big and like people recognize you for it, it's a wonderful feeling. That those are like, but no, there's not a specific character I want to do that would make my life, that would make me super happy. I know if I ever got to voice like Skeletor in one of the million reboots of He-Man that Jaxie would love that, but for me, there's nothing like that. There's no like character that I'm like, I need to be this character before I die. Harold Grell says it's Gyro Zappelli in part 7. I know we've brought that up, and I said, hey, I would love to read for that character. But no, there's nothing specific like that. What kind of characters do I like to have voiced the Athasian? I like to voice I like doing villain stuff, and I don't know, I just yeah, I like voicing villains, and I don't know, and I really like doing like comedic roles. I haven't gotten to do enough comedic roles. You know, Smiling Friends is like the first like comedy I've gotten to do for at least, sorry, it's the first like industry comedy I've gotten to do. But, you know, comedy's always been my real passion. I know I don't come off as like a comedian per se. I don't see myself as like a comedian. At the same time, I kind of am one, just by the virtue of you know, the kind of shit that I do. But I don't think I'm like a traditional comedian. There's even a part of me that would love Ozma. You heading out? Go to sleep, Ozma. Have a good night. I don't see myself doing stand up, and at the same time, I'm very tempted to try it at least. You know, but you know, I love comedy. Regardless of what I do, I love comedy. I love to laugh, and that's always going to be super important to me. Faulty Dude says it feels weird but cool to consider you a part of my childhood. That's a very cool thing. But yeah, I love playing villains in like action shows and stuff, and I love doing just any sort of comedy, anything where I can like really land the delivery of like a joke. Ristain says you as Papyrus was grand. Thank you. I had a fun time doing it. I mean, you could probably tell I was having a fun time doing it. I like getting into my roles. Tomar performs at the Comedy Store and catches Pauly Shore's mom's eye. That would be a funny story. Me and Pauly Shore's mom. I don't like the other implications toward my marriage of that, but that still is funny. Just so I could be like, haha, Pauly Shore. That's not a good enough reason to cheat on your wife, obviously. but if she came on to me and I had a recording of it, that would be enough. Let's see. You could do it, man. My old roommates did an open mic. Oh, I know I could do it. Whether I do a good job or not is another story. But it's like, here I am, 36. I've never even attempted. I know it, but I do believe in the idea that it's never too late to start anything. I've always been intimidated by the idea of stand-up because I've had trouble ever picturing myself as like the funny guy. I like being the straight man though. I really do. There's a lot of satisfaction in it, and I still do. I will swear up and down that it's a very important aspect of comedy to have a good straight man. Hassan Feferoni says, you're actually a funny dude, though. I think you have to be a little funny to understand how to be a good straight man. I'm just saying, I just think with just my voice and the way I am and just things that I cannot help about myself and my personality, I just think I make a good straight man. That's homophobic, Tomar, says the Atomic Orc. All right, I'm getting all, like, talky, and I'm sure you guys don't mind that, but it's 11. We've been going 3 hours. It's been a good stream. Thank you guys for sitting. I said I wanted to give my voice a break, and then I went and rambled on for another full hour. I appreciate you guys' support, Dylan, Sire. I really do. But you guys just, because I just feel I'm just sitting here talking about myself. Granted, it's my stream. I'm allowed to do that. I'm probably supposed to do that. But I start to feel self-conscious the longer I do it. I just can't help that. That's part of me. But I do appreciate you guys. listening to me, letting me talk your ear off for the last hour. I know that's not like the we're not a big Twitch channel, and that's not the big thing to do. Maybe that makes it easier. The fact that there's only a couple hundred of you, there's not thousands of you. Maybe that makes this a little easier for me. But it's sometimes just nice to rant and to just, you know, say what's on your mind. Thank you guys very much for showing up. Oh, thank you, Sire, for the 500 bits. We freaking love you, Tomar, says Sire. I do appreciate that. I do think I have the coolest fans. And I mean that. I think at least the people that show up here are genuinely very nice, very chill, very friendly. There's only here and there where someone seems like they're trying to be like actually malicious. It's even the people that try to give me shit and say obnoxious crap. Like they're usually just trying to go for a laugh or something, and I can usually tell that. Like I do just thanks for changing our game to just chatting after an hour, Tyler. No, that wasn't a criticism though. I do appreciate that. I put on Oni Plays as background to fall asleep, so I enjoy the rambling. Good to hear it, Sensei Berserk. But Tomar does not hate his mods. I love all this stuff. I really wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. Like, yes, I make money doing it, and yes, that helps me justify doing it. But I'm glad. I'm glad that those things are in alignment. I do enjoy doing this. If I ever actually stopped enjoying doing it, the money wouldn't matter, is my point. If I didn't like doing this, I wouldn't do it. So with that, why does everyone keep saying Tomar hates his mods? Tomar hates chat confirmed, says the Atomic Orc, you are a giant troll. Faulty dude, thank you for subscribing. Money-mar. Stalin knew how to deal with mods. Tomar hates me the most. Example, no cool gaming PC. JK. That's right, JK. You coming up to me asking me to buy you a gaming PC. What do you think I am? Tomar needs cash for the baby. That's true. I have no idea what this baby's going to cost me. Everything says it takes like minimum 100K to like raise a kid to 18, but like that was true when I was a kid, so it's probably going to be more than that. Thanks to inflation and all that. Is Tomar bailing the baby out of jail? Wait, is the baby in jail? I didn't know that. The only reason I even know who the baby is because of Urban Rescue Ranch. Because he named his kangaroo after hit artist the baby. The flashes. It's $272,000 to raise a child. Great. So we'll just need like about 300 grand. Oh my god. I'm never gonna own a house. Not in LA anyway. Not in Southern California. That stinks. All right, you guys. For real though. Is that hit artist and rapper the baby? Yeah, Oral Rats, you watch Urban Rescue Ranch. I know you do. Houses are overrated. I love my apartment. It is a lovely apartment. Just got to get 300,000 chatters to give $1. That's true, Tyler. Maybe once I get my act together and we start putting more like highlight stuff out on whatever platforms, maybe we will go viral and this channel will get big. And I can get a real nice baby crib. No. I'm just rambling now. I'm not gonna be in the poorhouse. I'm working hard. Things have been going well for me. I know that things have been rough all over the place, and I'm grateful that things are going as well for me as they are. But I appreciate everyone's support, and I'm gonna finally stop rambling now, and end the stream. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night, you all. Bye-bye.